Okay, welcome back to the DFS Sweatshop. Of course, I'm your host, the DFS Jerusalem. And bro, I tried to hop on earlier and go through everything, but due to some unforeseen circumstances, I did have some technical difficulties and I was not able to get everything done the way I wanted to. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pull up RotoQL, and we are going to go through. We're going to go through the whole slate of tomorrow's games, because this is where I create my player pool. This is where, my initial look is where I decide who I'm rocking with, like right off the top. We're gonna discuss game by game, everybody that's on the slate, every team on the slate. We're gonna discuss it and we're gonna break it down and we're gonna talk about it. Okay, so we're back in. All right. Let's go ahead, jump straight into it. Hopefully the stream doesn't start to act up. Let's do it, okay? First game we got my New York Knicks going to Cleveland to take on the Cavaliers. This is a 217-point total, one of the lowest totals on the slate. Cats that are jumping off to me immediately are people like Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, a game time decision, bro. There's a lot in this game that's gonna force us into some plays, like Kevin Knox game time decision. Obi Toppin is out, Spellman out, Dennis Smith Jr. is out, Alec Burks is a game time decision. We've got Emmanuel Quickly still out, Austin Rivers out. So I mean, I'm not gonna go on the bench here in a 10-game slate to find quote unquote value, but what I will do is I will understand that the starters are going to be getting 30 plus minutes. I'm going to get all the Julius Randle I can in a game. There's going to be a shit ton of Julius Randle. So that's somebody to take a look at, okay? And also RJ Barrett at 7.1. Elfrid Payton at 5.5. He was just a snowflake, and I didn't want to fuck with him. I said I would never fuck with him again, but you know how I am. The price is right at 5.5. I think Elf could bounce back tomorrow, okay? The next on the other side, is the Cleveland Cavaliers, and a couple of these guys have already proven themselves to us, and I'm talking about Darius Garland at 5.9 and Colin Sexton at 6.9. Now, as I go through the rest of the slate, I'm probably gonna, come to the realization that Colin Sexton at 6.9 is probably too expensive to play. So I probably won't love him there. But if we take a look at all the injury that's on the Cleveland Cavs, I'm talking about Kevin Love out, Kevin Porter Jr. out, Isaac Okoro out, Matthew Dellavedova out, Dylan Windler, all those guys are going to be out. So who do we have that can pat the rock coming off of the bench? You're looking at cats like Dante Exum at 3.3, who I think could be in play for an increased role here. Teddy Osman at 5.1, Larry Nance at 6.3. Bro, even Drummond at 8.7. There could be some goodness in this one, bro. They really could. And the Knicks are kind of flying high. They just beat fucking Milwaukee. So this could be a good one. This could be a good game to get some solid, like, low-owned plays. Because people are gonna look at, the Knicks suck. Cleveland sucks. And they're not gonna stay there. So there could be some stuff in this game that we definitely can use. The next game we're gonna talk about is Golden State Warriors going to Detroit to take on the Pistons. Both of these teams suck. But right off the bat, you're looking at Kelly Oubre Jr. is at 5.7. A lot of people are sour on James Wiseman because of the performance that he put out last time, but I think this could be a nice little bounce back spot for him at 5.9. We do know that Blake Griffin is going to be out of this game, so now we're talking about Josh Jackson being in play. We're talking about Jeremy Grant, of course, at 6.5. Mason Plumlee at 5.7. This is a back-to-back. The guys did just play last night. Killian Hayes at 4.3. He's cheap, and he did a lot last night. So I wouldn't even run from Killian Hayes at 4.3 or Delon Wright. Bro, DraftKings is kind of soft right now is what I'm seeing in some spots. DraftKings is pretty soft because with no Derrick Rose, that means an increased minutes for some of the ball handlers. So I wouldn't be opposed to playing a few Detroit Piston guys, okay? The next game we got is the Boston Celtics going to Indiana to take on the Pacers. You got Jason Tatum at 8.8. Anytime I'm getting Jason Tatum under 9K, I'm going to take a look at it, and a long look at it at that. I like Jaylen Brown at 7.5. Remember what we've already determined about this Boston team. Stop looking at this team like Gordon Hayward is there. Like, it's not. There's only two dudes on this team that's going to score the ball, and that's Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. So we can roster these guys with certainty, especially in a matchup against the Indiana Pacers, where, you know, cats like Vic Oladipo is not the perimeter defender that he's been over the last couple of seasons. Malcolm Brogdon was never a great perimeter defender. So those are two guys, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, guys that I'm going to like, wing guys that I think are going to be able to get to the rim and score the basketball. Domantas Sabonis at 8.6, definitely in play. Even though we see an increase in toughness in the Boston Celtics with the addition of Tristan Thompson, you still got Daniel Tice, you know, wanting to shoot threes and roaming away from the basket. So I do think that Sabonis will bounce back in this game. It's going to be a really nice spot. Is this a televised joint? Let me see. Oh, the computer's acting slow. Don't act slow for me, baby. Don't act slow for me, baby. Don't do that. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, it's acting slow. Dang. Bagley 232. What's up, bro? Let me know if that game is. I think that's a Natty Telly, bro. I do. I'm gonna check. Mike Danahan, what's up, man? Yo, congrats to Mike, man. Mike had a big hit the other night, man. I was solid, man. That was dope. I love to see that, bro. For real. So I'm gonna just kill that one. I'm gonna bring up, see if we can go to NBA.com. Cool. Okay. So alright, so Boston, Indy, that's a league pass game. The Milwaukee, Miami is a national televised joint, and the New Orleans Pelicans and Phoenix Suns, those are natty tellies. So we do want to get some exposure to all the national televised game. Do want to get some exposure to those games too. We definitely do. All right, so Malcolm Brogdon 7.2. Don't love him. Kind of expensive. I can get behind a little bit of Vic Oladipo at 6.4. I don't have a problem there. Miles Turner kind of at 6K. I don't hate that. I probably won't play him much, but I don't hate that. Nothing else off the bench for me. I don't really love this game a lot. I like Tatum. I like Brown. I like Sabonis. Everybody else is kind of hit or miss, give or take. This is a 220.5 point total, and it's only a one-game point spread with, you know, Boston being the real dog. So next game is going to be Toronto Raptors going to Philadelphia. Now, we know the story on Kyle Lowry. Whenever he goes to Philly, he balls out. Kyle Lowry is from Philly. He hasn't even had like an awesome game yet. 36 in the first two games. So he's due for a nice 40-point outburst. He's due for a nice 40. New Edition, what's up, bro? Yeah, he's due for a nice little 40-point outburst. Okay, good. Yeah. So Kyle Lowry, being from Philly, going back home, give me some Kyle Lowry. I'm cool with that. Siakam at 8.2. He can easily rough up Tobias Harris, soft ass. I don't mind him. Fred VanVleet at 7.4. I don't love it. Aaron Baines, OG Anunoby, maybe some Norman Powell. Not Chris Boucher at 5.8. I like him. He's gonna be in the running for Sixth Man of the Year, bro. That dude can ball. Chris Boucher can ball. Joel Embiid is a game time decision, and that's really now. If Joel Embiid is not playing, you know, we look at Ben Simmons closer at 8.9. We check him out. I like Seth Curry at 5K. I'm gonna be playing Seth Curry. I'm gonna be playing Seth Curry. I like Seth Curry. Danny Green, only because he's that cheap and he is a starter, will get some consideration from me. But I do like Seth Curry at 5K. I do. Now, if Joel Embiid is out, That is going to bump up my interest in Tobias Harris. But who would start at the center spot? Will we see Dwight Howard at 4.6? That could be a pretty solid play if we see Dwight Howard get the start and play those minutes. So let's highlight him just because. The next game we got is the Chicago Bulls, and there's no over/under, no total right now for those games. Chicago Bulls going to Washington to take on the Wizards here, and what this is looking like to me is, okay, with Russell and Bradley Beal on the court, this still isn't like a blowout game. I don't think this is a game that blows out. Lauri Markkanen, game time decision. Thaddeus Young, game time decision. We know that Washington at the top of the key will play no defense. So Zach LaVine, even though he's a little bit overpriced at 8.4, is somebody that I might be able to take a look at. I do like Kobe White at 6.5. Wendell Carter Jr. at 6.1, but I don't want any part of that. I'd rather have Thomas Bryant if I'm going to pay $6K plus for one of the centers in this game. Give me Westbrook at 9.7. He going to get that little light triple-double that's going to get him to 50, almost 60 plus every time. 9.3 for Bradley Beal is a little expensive. I don't love it. But you probably could talk me into it though. But I don't love it. I don't love it. Thaddeus Young, if he comes back with Lauri Markkanen out, and if we do see Thaddeus Young get the start there, that's an automatically lock and load play right there. What's Thad's injury? If anybody, let's see, injury lower leg. Okay, lower left leg. Yeah, he could come back, and if he does, and we know he's gonna get a full complement of minutes, and there's not going to be any Lauri Markkanen, or Lauri Markkanen's going to be hobbled, then I would say Thaddeus Young will be a lock and load at 3.7. I would get him in there. The first national televised game is going to be the Milwaukee Bucks giving up 5 points, going to Miami and playing against the Heat there, where Jimmy Butler is a game time decision. The only injury we got on Milwaukee side is going to be Torrey Craig, and that doesn't matter at all. Giannis at 10.8 is somebody who I'm definitely going to be looking at. Does this team play well enough without Jimmy Butler to get a full run from the Milwaukee guys? That's the question that we got to ask. And, with Bam Adebayo at 8K, I don't mind that. I like Goran Dragic at 5.8. Tyler Hero has underwhelmed in the first couple of games this season, so I don't love him too much. DiVincenzo at 4.8 could be in play. Drew Holiday does not fit in with this team. I'm not playing Drew Holiday like that. I don't like him. Young is considered probable. Okay, cool. Chris Middleton at 7.7. I like him as a nice either or play. And then you're gonna have Bobby Portis come off the bench at 5K. I don't love that. So next game is the Orlando Magic going to Oklahoma City to take on the Thunder. And the Magic are giving up 5 here. It's a 219.5 point total. Shai Gilgeous, I like him automatically. Darius Bazley, just play the 3. You can play the 3. The big 3, or the big young 3 from Oklahoma City. You can play them dudes, bro. Lou Dort, you can play him. Darius Bazley, you can play him. And Shai, you can play those cats. Those cats are playable. Because look at the rest of this crap on the bench. Like, this is shit. And they're not playing them dudes. Them dudes ain't getting no run. So we talk about these young dudes. I saw where Butler was going to be out. Okay, cool. And you see these young dudes, they're getting all the run. Like, they're getting 30-plus minutes a game. They're letting them play. They're letting them figure it out. And they're actually doing pretty well with Shai taking the lead. So I do like him. Yeah, Dort has been balling. So you can definitely give me some of the big young 3 in Oklahoma City. On the other side, you get Nikola Vucevic, that cheap, at 8.3 against Al Horford. Give me Vooch tomorrow. Vooch is kind of core considerable. You get him away from Orlando, okay? They're the favorite. Vooch is core considerable for me right now. I like Aaron Gordon. Markelle Fultz was a guy that, in my prediction, I felt like Markelle Fultz is going to be a guy this year. that we could definitely lean on. I like Markelle Fultz. Let's take a look at what he's done in the first couple of games. Because he was a core guy for me the other day, and I've been on him. 33, 37, 29. Very solid, consistent guy. I think he's just a 30-point guy. I think Markelle Fultz is a 30 fantasy point player, and as long as he's around that low 6K, I'll play him. So I like him there. Terrence Ross at 5.3. Will they need Terrence Ross to come in and shoot big in order to win this game? I think so, and for that reason, Terrence Ross is also going to be a part of my player pool. So these are the guys that I like in this one. Evan Fournier, man, tough start for him. He may have had one decent, the first game of the season. Cole Anthony is a great value if he stays under 4K. Okay. He had a good one the first game against Miami. He had 37, and then two kind of lackluster performances, 22 and 23 against Washington. That was the back-to-back against Washington that Orlando played. So I mean, if you like Fournier, I wouldn't talk you off of him. But I would rather play Terrence Ross against their second team than to play Evan Fournier against the Oklahoma City first team. All right, next game we got is going to be the Minnesota Timberwolves going to Los Angeles to take on the Clippers. This game should be easily won by the Clippers. You've got Kawhi Leonard with the game time decision. He's going to play his mouth. He got hit in the mouth, so I think he should play. Marcus Morris is out, which really doesn't matter much. Josh Okogie is a game time decision. Cat is out. So in this game, I'm looking for some scrub love on the Minnesota side. Like who do I think is going to get some run and play regardless if the game blows out? Who do I think it's going to be? And it's going to be Malik Beasley at 5.9. I like him in this spot against the Clippers. I also think that Anthony Edwards at 5.4 is going to be a guy that's going to get a decent amount of run. Being a rookie, he should be out there for a decent amount this game. Nobody else really excites me, from D'Angelo Russell to Nas Reed. The rest of those guys doesn't really excite me. On the Clippers side, give me the cheapest good Clipper. That's what I would take. I'm looking at Paul George at 8.5. Should do well in this spot. Sweet Lou at 5.1 could be a decent play. I don't want to pay up 9.4 for Kawhi Leonard in a game that I really do feel is gonna blow out. Q-Dub, what's up, bro? What's happening, man? Everybody, Q-Dub just entered the chat, my guy. Let me see what's up. Let me see if I'm here. Cause I would love to get some thoughts from Q-Dub. Bro, I'm gonna send you this link real quick. Let's go to. I'm gonna go to Facebook, and I'm gonna send Q-Dub this link. See if he would like to come in. If I can bring him in. Let's see. Hold up. Boom. Q-Dub, that's a link to the stream. If you want to come in, bro, it's right there for you. This is my first time working with this. I'm using Ecamm Live. It's my first time really working with this. And let me know if you want to come in, man. You're definitely welcome anytime. That's one of my A1 day ones, bro. I would love to get his thoughts on some of the things that we already talked about too. So that would be all I like from the Minnesota and the Clipper game. Paul George, maybe Lou Williams, Nick Batum at 4.5 could be appealing too. I want to get the cheaper guys here. This way I might be able to get to my value. I do think this game is gonna blow. Uh oh. Q-Dub, you muted yourself. You gotta unmute yourself. Let me see. Can you hear me?
I can't hear anything. I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
I can't hear anything.
I can hear you. You can't hear me? I can hear you.
Can't hear anything.
Dang. Alright, hold up. Let's let's see. But I can hear you. Can y'all hear? Tell me if y'all can hear Q Dub, man. You may have to like listen along with something else. I don't know, but I can hear you, bro. Let me see. Can you hear me now?
I don't hear anything.
Dang.
I don't know, when I speak, I see a little blue bar is moving. So I don't know if you hear me, but I can't hear anything.
All right, I'm listening now to see if I can hear you. Can you hear me now? Dang. Yeah, bro, we can hear you. So just yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. Damn. Let me hit Q Dub up. This is good. Struggle cast, right? Bro, it was the first time trying to connect. It's our first time trying to connect. I don't know what the deal. Yeah, we could hear you. We could. We need the Verizon, man. I know, right? Can you hear me now? Good. All right. Well, until we figure this out, because this is going to be figured out. Let's go ahead and finish chopping up the last couple of games. Okay. All right. So, the next game is the New Orleans Pelicans going to Phoenix to take on the Suns. We know this game is going to be a nationally televised joint. The biggest. No big injury news. Dario Saric, game time decision. He could come back. Everybody of consequence on the New Orleans Pelicans side is healthy, and national televised game. A lot of young talent, a lot of young players. This is a game that I really do think is gonna be a good one, especially for fantasy. All right, we got Chris Paul at 7.1. Automatically jumps off the page to me. Devin Booker, I'm not going to play Devin Booker at 9K or anything above 9K. Anything under 9K, I would play Devin Booker. I don't like him in this spot. I do like DeAndre Ayton at 7.4. I even think Mikal Bridges at 6.2 is in play here. Okay, on the other side, Eric Bledsoe at 5.9. I don't really love him like that. He doesn't really fit in with what the Pelicans are doing, but Zion at 8.1, that's an automatic to me. I do like Brandon Ingram at 8.2. That's just like a no-brainer. 5.8 for Steven Adams looks to be a decent price. And don't play JJ Redick. I'm not playing JJ Redick, bro. JJ Redick sucks for fantasy because he doesn't do anything else. First 3 games this season, 5, 12, and 30. Like, don't play JJ Redick. Whatever you do, it's not worth it to even gamble and roll the dice on JJ Redick. I'd rather play Josh Hart at 4.8, which I'm not going to play him either. And I don't love Lonzo Ball very much. All right, Denver and Sacramento. Keep in mind, Denver is on a back-to-back. It's a 223.5 point total. Nikola Jokic, the price is up on him, is now $10K. A lot of people are going to chase what he did last night, and I'm probably not going to be one of those people. Probably not. I don't love him like that. Not in this matchup. But I can see why a lot of people would. Had a monster game last night. The first time against Sacramento this season, he scored 74.75 fantasy points, and that game did go into overtime. But that's a lot. Damn. How much did he have last night? Have we arrived to a point where you just gotta play Jokic? Are we there? Just play Jokic. Yeah, he had 18 assists. He went nuts. 19 points, 12 rebounds, 18 assists. And I think a lot of that was because of how bad I think a lot of that was because of how bad Murray was. Murray sucked. Let's see what Jamal Murray did. Jamal Murray in 31 minutes, he had 21 points, two turnovers, 1 block, 2 assists, 5 rebounds. Yeah, he wasn't playing the point guard role. That was pretty much up to Joker. So 10-2, man, big salary to get up to, and an awesome late night hammer. I'll highlight him. But I do like Jamal Murray a little bit more at 7K. I like Jamal Murray tomorrow. Michael Porter Jr. at 6.4. I think he's gonna be playable. Gary Harris at 4.3. He is playable. We got Will Barton off the bench at 6K. He's a playable guy. On the other side, De'Aaron Fox 7.6. Anytime I get De'Aaron Fox under 8K, I'll play him. He looked Arvydas Sabonis back in the day, standing there making flashy passes to the cutters and 3-point shooters. Come from only Q Dub. Talking about boom. Blazers just beat the Lakers. Hell yeah. So, De'Aaron Fox is under 8K, so I like him there. He's had a pretty solid couple of first games. Good. 35, 39. In the overtime game, he had 39 in the overtime game. Am I the only one that can't hear anything? I don't know why, bro. Let me know if y'all can hear anything. Buddy Hield at 6.8. I don't love him. Marvin Bagley is a no for me. Rashawn Holmes at 5K. I'm cool with that. Hassan Whiteside at 3.7. I don't love him. Maybe Harrison Barnes at 5.3 is playable. So the Denver side looks to be pretty solid in this one. All right. Now I'm going to go over to Fanduel and just take a look at how the pricing differs. Okay. Julius Randle 7.7. That's what he should be. 4.8 for Elfrid Payton. Remember, I did say I like Elfrid Payton. So on Fanduel, he seems to be a value. I like that. Plus, nobody wants to play Elfrid Payton, so you're going to get him at low ownership. RJ Barrett 6.2. That's cool. Drummond at 9.4. Very expensive for Fanduel. Colin Sexton at 6.8. A little bit cheaper. I had a lineup in the mini 150 max at tie for 18th place. I only lost like 20 out of the 75 I entered. That's why 118, 150 lineups with Jamal Murray, and only 22 out of 150 cashing. Yeah, that was tough, bro. Ja going down hurt a lot of people, including him. Definitely. Larry Nance at 5.5 on FanDuel looks pretty good. Darius Garland is 7K, and I think he's like 5 something on DraftKings. What's Darius Garland on DraftKings? He's 5.9 on DraftKings. 5.9 on DraftKings and 7K on FanDuel. So that makes Darius Garland like a guy that I really feel like I should play on DraftKings. I like Darius Garland on DraftKings even more. That FanDuel is saying this is a 7K player. FanDuel is calling him a 7K player. DraftKings got him at 5.9. So I like him. I like him over on DraftKings. City at 4.2. That's a little bit cheaper, but who cares? Drummond is way expensive, bro. Next game, Golden State, Detroit. We got Steph at 9.4. I don't love that one. Wiggins at 6.2. Kelly Oubre is stupid cheap at 5.6. I'm cool with that. Wiseman on FanDuel at 5.2. So we're gonna get the Golden State guys underpriced in a really good matchup against the Detroit Pistons, one of the worst defensive teams in the league with Blake Griffin out. So a couple of the cheaper Golden State guys on FanDuel could be a good way to go. Mason Plumlee 6K, Jeremy Grant 5.7, Dylan Wright 4.2. That looks good. Killian Hayes starting very cheap at 3.8 on FanDuel. He's cheaper on FanDuel than DraftKings. That's a value right there. Josh Jackson's 4.3. You might be able to use him. All right, then we got the Boston Celtics and Indiana on FanDuel. Tatum is 9.2. Jaylen Brown 8K. You get no big discount from any of the Boston guys. On the Indiana side, Domantas Sabonis, you're not getting any big discount from any of these guys. Miles Turner is 7.2 on FanDuel. Okay. Miles Turner, 7.2 on FanDuel. I believe on DraftKings. He's 6K. So I like Miles Turner even more. QW says Griffin and Rose will be back tomorrow for Detroit. They were resting today. Okay. Good information there. Let's go back to FanDuel. And we got Toronto and Philadelphia. Kyle Lowry 7.5, Siakam 8K, Van Vliet 7.2, OG 5.7, Chris Boucher 5.9, Norman Powell 3.8. Don't love any of that. Embiid 9.6, Tobias Harris is 6.4. I kind of like him, especially if Embiid doesn't play. The price on FanDuel is a little cheaper than DraftKings, so I like that. Yo, give me Steph Curry at 4.2. I like that because he's 5K on DraftKings. I'll take him at 4.2. Then we got Chicago and Washington. This is a game that I ended up liking. I said I didn't like it at first, but I ended up liking it. Zach LaVine at 7.5. I'm good with that because DraftKings has him. Let's go to DraftKings and see where it has Zach LaVine at 8.4. So he's almost 1,000 cheaper on FanDuel. I like that. Yeah. Kobe White is cheaper, 5.9. I'm cool with that. Lauri Markkanen, game time decision. Thaddeus Young could come back. So, like I said, if Thaddeus Young is in, and Lauri Markkanen is out, I will be playing some Thad Young. On the other side, we got Russell Westbrook at 10.6. Bradley Beal 9.6. Thomas Bryant 5.2. That's like 1,600 cheaper than DraftKings, so I do like him. But the center spot is a little bit different on FanDuel because you only can play one center. So the same value rules that I apply from site to site don't necessarily apply as hard to the center position because, you only can pick one of them on FanDuel. Then we got Milwaukee and Miami, where Giannis is 11K, Chris Middleton 7.8, Drew Holiday 6.4. None of that. No big savings on any of those guys. Bam at 8.2. Dragic at... Okay, so Dragic 6.9. Dragic is 6.9 on DraftKings. I mean, he's 6.9 on FanDuel, right? So, but on DK, Fence. Well, that was last season when now they have Drew Holiday there. So, I like Goran Dragic even more. Goran Dragic will be a core considerable play tomorrow. Goran Dragic will be a core considerable play for me. I like him. Tyler Hero 4.5, playable in this spot. So is Duncan Robinson, especially if you're not going to see Jimmy Butler. Next game is Orlando and OKC. Like I said, the big young three, you can play them cats. Dort, Beasley, and Shea. You can play them cats. Do we get any discounts here? Vooch is 8'4", and Gordon 6'8". Markelle Fultz 6'2". He's 100 more. Fournier 5'5". Terrence Ross 5'4". You don't get no big discounts over there. But Minnesota and the Clippers, where of course we already know Karl Anthony Towns is going to be out. So Malik Beasley at 5.3. I like him. I'm cool with that. D'Angelo Russell at 7.3 is a little bit cheap, but I don't love him. Paul George 7.6 is a play for me. I'm not going to pay 9.9 for Kawhi Leonard in a game where I really think it's going to get away from Minnesota. I think Minnesota going to get blown out. I don't see Kawhi Leonard, going hard in the fourth quarter. So I don't love that. Now Lou is very interesting at 4.6. Lou is very interesting at 4.6. A lot of times in blowouts, they just leave Lou out there. And while Lou out there, Lou going to get them wings. He going to shoot. So I do like Lou Williams at 4.6. Nick Batum at 4.8 is very appealing to me as well. Maybe even Serge Ibaka at 5.4. Now, New Orleans Pelicans going to Phoenix. Remember, this is a nationally televised game. This game and that Milwaukee-Miami game are both nationally televised. So 8.6 for Zion. Pricey. Brandon Ingram 8.5. Pricey. Eric Bledsoe, damn, that's cheap, bro. Eric Bledsoe is cheap. This might be one of them spots. Let me go look on DraftKings and see what his price was. Bledsoe was 5.9 on DK, but he's 4.8 on FanDuel. So it's like a crossroads. Like either this gonna be like either you're gonna play well and fit in or you're not. Eric Bledsoe, he has been bad, but 4.8. $28, $33, $35. Might be able to talk me into some Eric Bledsoe at 4.8 on FanDuel. I ain't gonna lie. Lonzo 6.8, don't love that. 8 and a 7.1, I like him. 7.3 for Chris Paul, looks pretty good. Bro, look at the big discount we get for Devin Booker. Look what we get for Devin Booker, man. So Devin Booker is 7.5 on FanDuel, and on DraftKings I think he was like 9 something. I think he was 9.1. Yeah, 9.1. So from 7.5, that's a big ass swing right there, bro. That's kind of telling me that we almost have to play him on FanDuel. I'm gonna say, because if DraftKings loves him enough to where they feel like he's gonna go out and score 54, if DraftKings is saying, they're making a stand saying, you don't play Yahoo DFS. I do sometimes. Sometimes I do play some Yahoo DFS. I do. So if DraftKings is saying, bro, Devin Booker will score, what's 9 times 6 is 54. He's gonna score 54 points. That's what Devin Booker is saying. That's what they're saying about Devin Booker. But FanDuel is saying that he's gonna go out and score, 40. If DraftKings is right, and I play Devin Booker at 7.5, I'll be good. So give me some Devin Booker. I like him. I do. I'll take some Devin Booker tomorrow. On DraftKings. on Fanduel. Excuse me. Then the Denver and Sacramento game. Jokic is 10.3. Jamal Murray is a little bit cheaper than he is on DraftKings. Makes me like Jamal Murray even more on FanDuel. Michael Porter Jr. is cheaper. Makes me like him. Gary Harris is under 4K. I think Booker is capped upside now. Anytime a guy can shoot like that though, it's hard to call him capped. This dude can fucking shoot. Like, we done seen this dude cook for 70 points. You can't cap that type of talent. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just that good of a shooter where if he gets rolling and he has a good one, I'm gonna pin that comment too to see what everybody else thinks. If he gets rolling and he has a good one, it's hard to put a lid on Devin Booker. On the other side, De'Aaron Fox 7.9, Buddy Hield is cheaper at 5.4. I like him. Marvin Bagley at 5.1 is cheaper. I'm cool with that. Rashawn Holmes at 4.7. I'm kind of cool with that. Hopefully they can make this a game, bro. His value in scoring will go up when CP3 is out. I do believe that, because then we see him in more of the ball handling role. But let's be honest. When he does handle the ball, what does he do? Fucking shoots. Like, he's. But Paul limits him like Bledsoe did. Exactly. Yeah. Right. I agree with that one. He went up. I agree with that. So now that we've kind of looked at, or I established what my player pool is going to be, more so on DraftKings than anything, I'm going to go over to FanDuel and we're going to see if we can come up with like a little lineup, just position by position. The point guard that I liked the most tomorrow, the guy that I feel like I should be getting in there to play. And this is in respect to price point too. Booker dropped 70 when Bledsoe was on his team, so it's not really limited. Yeah. Booker loses some playmaking upside, but if you check the game flow on popcornmachine.net, they stagger Paul and Booker's minutes sometimes. Okay, cool. See, come on, Q-Dub, with the info. All right, so point guard. Ben Simmons, very interesting here if we do not see Embiid. If there's no Embiid, if there's no Embiid, I like Ben Simmons all the more. But I'm hitting up Kyle Lowry as my first point guard. Going back to Philly, he has a good game going back. Shooting guard, like I said, Devin Booker at 7.5. Boom, give me that. Small forward, guy that who that jumped off the page to me at small forward. Larry Nance at 5'5" could be something. Give me Larry Nance against my New York Knicks. At power forward, I loved Tatum here. I think that Zion will be good in this spot. It's a tough one. Power forward is gonna be a problem area. Power forward is gonna be a problem area, bro. But whenever I get in the jam like that, I'm going to the TV. I'm going to the TV. I'm going Zion. Boom. My second point guard, I'm gonna get cheap with it, and I'm gonna take Elf off the shelf, and Look at Lou though, bro. Lou Williams and Elfrid Payton. I could play either one of those guys. Lou is cheap, bro. Lou is cheap. But on a 10-game slate, do I just play a starter? That's the conundrum. Let's go to shooting guard. Let's come back. Butler, Shea, Paul George at 7'6". Can Paul George get there at 7.6? Phoenix can't handle Zion. I think that Jay Crowder is the Suns' power forward right now. Yeah, yep. That's why I like Zion, man. National TV, get out there. I like him. Terrence Ross at 5.4. Look how cheap Bledsoe is at 4 point. Damn, Bledsoe is cheap. Take F. I'm taking F off the shelf. Bounce back F. Hopefully he saw my snowflake rant and he goes crazy. All right, boom. So I got him, and then that shooting guard. I'm going back. I'm going back to New Orleans. I'm going back to New Orleans. So you like Zach LaVine? I'm looking at him too. Let's see what was his price on DraftKings. Bro, FanDuel is begging you to play fucking FanDuel is begging you to play that man, bro. I ain't lying. Let's go Bledsoe. Boom. Alright, Bledsoe's there. Alright, so small forward. And this is giving me something to go up with. I like Jaylen Brown at 8K. I do like him. I think Michael Porter Jr. is going to do well at 5.9. Jeremy Grant, 5.7. Looks very usable against Golden State. Warren at 5.1 against Boston. That is true. It's tough. That's a great comment, bro. Great comment. Nick Batum at 4.8. Am I setting myself up to try to get the guy that I said I don't love? Where you at? To get Jokic? Am I setting myself up to get Jokic? Let's put him there. See what we got. And I still got 5.5 per player left. Tyler Hero at 4.5 with no Jimmy Butler, and I still got 6.5 left at power forward. And I can get Beasley right there. Boom. All right, so this is the unofficial DFS Sweatshop lineup for tomorrow. This is officially unofficial. Okay? This could and probably will change, but this is the officially unofficial lineup. We got Kyle Lowry going back to Philly. We got Elf coming down off of the shelf at 4.8 for the cheap. We got Devin Booker, who is $1,600 more on DraftKings, so we getting a tremendous savings of salary on Fanduel with him. We got Eric Bledsoe going back to Phoenix in a slight revenge narrative at 4.8. We got Larry Nance with no Kevin Love. We got Tyler Hero, possibly with no Jimmy Buckets. We have Zion Williamson, nationally televised game. They're trying to pass the torch to him as the next face of the league. We got Darius Baisley, who has been balling, coming out of Oklahoma City, a part of their big young three. And then we have Nikola Jokic, who has been putting up 70-plus point games. This could change, probably would, but this is the officially unofficial DFS Sweatshop lineup. This has been your host, the DFS Jerusalem. Please do not forget to smash that like button, comment, subscribe to the channel, and come back and see me tomorrow, bro. I'm gonna be all right. So this is what I'm gonna be doing. Let me tell you. This is what we do. The guys that you see in here, the millions of guys you see here in the live chat right now, right? Most of them are in our private Facebook group. Okay, we're gonna meet up there. I'm gonna do like a little pre-lock joint on YouTube tomorrow, where we're gonna chop it up a little bit, but then I'm gonna close the curtain, and then we are gonna convene. We're gonna reconvene in the Facebook group, in our private Facebook group, and that's where I'm gonna drop my core plays. I'm sure Q Dub is gonna drop his core plays, and we're gonna chop that shit up, and we're gonna come out with some great winning lineups, because that's what we do. So if you want to be a part of that, man, let me know. Shoot me a message. Let me know, and we'll see about getting you in the Facebook group. So thank you all for joining me. Y'all have a wonderful and profitable night and DFS tomorrow. But I'll see y'all then. Remember, always keep it 300. Peace. I'm out.